For this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. On 1st and 10, Kelly. Left side here to Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders, the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 77 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Fights off the defender. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's into the clear. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Mayfield on play action. On the crossing route, complete. It's Higgins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give, this is Chubb. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield taking it in. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Fielded about a yard deep. And some space here.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sanders has it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. This will be caught at about the 5. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give him a touchdown in that situation, right? Made him kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Mayfield on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Sewell Cravens with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. He tried to get something going there with a little toss behind the line of scrimmage. Unsuccessful.
How about the athleticism of the coverage, though? Being able to dance with him coming out of the backfield. That's not easily done. But not only did he dance, took it, wheeled, and went the other way. Ended up with 6 points for his team.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession.
Detroit! Detroit!
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd down, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this win is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the 1st quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
First carry for Devontae Booker. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Kelly trying to lay one up deep. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. From the gun, Kelly. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They begin this drive with Chubb. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and an alley to run, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A run for Nick Chubb. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Joe Schobert in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And McManus able to put it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. Bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. There goes Duke Johnson. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
He'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. First down carry here for Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Now a handoff, Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Sua Craven's up to make the stop.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Now a 1st down throw, Kelly. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jet.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Denzel Ward. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Following the interception, Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. 3rd and long for Mayfield. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. He's to the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield with it once more. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.